Rahul here for Punch Out Boxing. I am here with an absolute stalwart of the sport, Jordan Grannum. That's what, 125 fights?
125 tonight, yeah. It's like a little milestone actually. 125. I never thought I'd get there, to be honest, but yeah, no, I'm really happy like just to get out of the ring safely. That's my main concern always first, to get out of the ring safely, and I have done tonight, so I'm grateful.
You're grateful, and I tell you what, us as fans, we're grateful for your service. I always like to give you veteran journeyman the appreciation. Obviously you don't get that always in the sports, especially not from the casuals, but tell us about Jordan Grannum and his boxing career, how you got to this point.
Fucking hell, am I allowed to swear?
This is an adult show, swear all you want.
Do you know what, honestly, I can't believe that I'm actually here at 125 fights. Obviously it was never in the plan to be a journeyman, it was never ever in the plan, but things happen. We had 2 fights in 2 years as a prospect. It didn't work out. Tickets were crazy, didn't work. And we was happy that we had an opportunity to go on the road. And since I've been on the road, I love it. I don't think I'm coming off the road. I think I'm going to stay on the road for as long as I can fight. I'm starting GRANUM Promotions. That's going to be my business as well. I'm going to be a manager this year, and I'm going to be looking to have journeymen and prospects underneath my GRANUM Promotions. So things are looking up. Even when I'm not fighting, I'm still going to be in the sport because I love the sport, man. And I love that the sport's given me, I'm able to do something that I love and obviously get paid and learn from as well. People don't understand the experience that I have in fighting. Like, to get in there 125 times, different boys, different styles, tall, fat, short, southpaws, orthodox, punchers, boxers. It makes me a better boxer, so I love it. So yeah.
You hit the nail on the head. This is probably not recognised with you journeymen. You guys know more about this sport than probably even some of the superstars who are pampered and don't need to think about a lot of the nitty-gritty of the sport. So you mentioned there that at one point you was a prospect. What, was you a top amateur at one point?
Yeah, I was a great amateur. I mean, I went 26 unbeaten as an amateur. I won 2 national championships, 2 Haringey Box Cup gold medals. But pro and amateur is like cricket and baseball. It's 2 different things, and I mean, it's great. Well, for me, I'm talking about my journey. Everyone else is different. I fight boys that sell like 600 tickets, so everyone's different. But for me, tickets weren't moving as fast. The first one, they did move well. Second one, dwindled down. Third one, like, I know I'm not going to get paid, so I don't really want to fight. Do you know what I'm saying? So I found the tickets very hard. But one thing I can say is the first fight that I went on the road up in Scotland, I knew that this is for me, and that's okay. As an amateur, I said I'd rather lose my ball bags than lose a fight when I was unbeaten. It's like a big weight on my shoulder. Every fight, oh my God, scared out shitless, you know? And now it's like, bro, it's a business. There's more to life than boxing. Even though it's a lot of my life, there is more to life than boxing.
Yeah, absolutely, and even at the top level, I think a lot of us are getting over this, defeats. You know, we know it happens in this sport.
Oh, and it's listen, it doesn't mean anything really. To them it does, but you can. It's not the end of your career if you lose. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go on. Yeah.
So you decide to go down the journeyman route, and here you are. 125 fights later. Are you a full-time pro? Are you able to make a good living out of this?
Yeah, I'm a full-time pro. I do personal training as well, but I'm a full-time pro. I train pretty much every week. 4 times a week I train. Rest on a Friday, fight on a Saturday. So yeah, I don't spar. My sparring is the fights. So yeah.
Yeah, you guys can't get much sparring in.
People ask me for sparring all the time. There's no sparring going on. There's no sparring. That's my sparring. No, I'm not going to no gym, not sparring. But yeah.
I mean, I've noticed you've only been stopped twice, so you're one of those journeymen that's going to give anyone from light middle to light heavy some work.
I'd say super welter to light middle. Yeah, but yeah, nothing above middle. We want to stay under middle.
Sure. So, again, with that many fights, you have fought just about every prospect for the past decade. Can you tell us who are the kids that you think are really special that you've been in there with? Because you're better placed than anyone else to know.
Yeah, I would definitely say Aaron McKenna. I would say Dean Sutherland. I'd say Bradley Ray, Hamza Shiraz. I'd say those ones. If anyone else comes, I'll say, but definitely them 4. Definitely. Yeah.
Wow, you've got some stories for your grandchildren one day.
I'm writing an autobiography. Not yet. We're only 10% into it, but yeah, it's going to be done. Yeah.
tell us what are the most important things that, as you go into like the management and promotional side, that you've learned about this cruel game?
You need to look after your boxers. I've had 3 managers, and I'm with the best manager that I've had since my career now, and I know how to look after boys. I see a lot of boys on the road not getting looked after. There's a lot of foreign boys that they're not getting looked after, and it's not nice to see. You see, when you're boxing and you're fighting in that ring and you're going in there, you need everything to be ideal for you in the lead up to that. Not like you haven't got nowhere to stay or you haven't been fed. Or so I am going to be looking after all my boxers. Whether you're a prospect, whether you're a journeyman, you're going to be looked after the correct way, and that's what it's about. Making sure that the boxer's needs are first, not, oh, I'll put him in there, that killer, because that's an extra 500 quid. It's not about the money when it comes to the box. It's about looking after the boxer's health, making sure that they're alright. So that's what I will be doing.
And in regards to yourself, have there been situations where you've been sort of pressured to take fights that you shouldn't? Someone who's like so dangerous and that you've had to push back?
No, not me and myself, because I know if I don't want to go in, I'm not going in. I rarely turn down a fight anyway, but that's just me. But I have been managed in a way where managers, not saying any names, but managers would be taking my expenses when that's the boxer's expense. The manager should be getting paid out of his percentage of the actual purse. So where they're taking my expenses and just little things where when you're new to the game, you won't understand and you just turn a blind eye to it. But when now I've been in the game so long, when I look back at certain situations, I'm like, fuck me, how did I even let this go on? But it's learning, and I've learned a good way. So yeah.
Yeah, your fighters have got the invaluable knowledge that that you've learned. I mean, you're only 30 nowadays. That's a peak for someone who's in state.
I've just started my career. That's what I keep telling everyone. My career has just started. I don't care how many fights I've had, how many losses. My career's just started. I feel fit as a fiddle. My mind is good. I'm in here for the long run.
Tell me, any prospects that's a dream fight for you? Say just over 4 rounds, 6 rounds. That you think, yeah, that kid is special, but I'd love to give him a little test.
There's a few, but I'm not going to say any names.
Hey, listen, when journeymen call out a prospect, it's okay.
I'm not even going to go there, but there's a few. But to be fair, the ones I'm thinking of, their managers ain't ever going to call for me, so it doesn't matter.
Tell me, I mean, is it a myth? When you go in there, do you know that you can't give it all and knock some of these frauds into next week because you know you won't then get the call for next week?
I think when you've been in the game long enough, you just realise what your job is and what to do and what not to do. You know, like, just, you know what to do and you know what not to do. You know the big ticket sellers, you know, you play the game. So, yeah.
Has there been times that you've thought you're going to have to break rules because, say, some kid's taking liberties?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago in Wakefield. Probably, do you know what? Honestly, that's probably one of the best fights I've ever been in because it was just, I was so zoned in. But as a debut kid, he come to take my head off from round 1. But we got into a real scrap. I put him down. It was just a full-blown 4-round war. So yeah, literally 2 weeks ago.
So the promoter didn't have words with you afterwards?
No, but they just didn't put the video up.
Interesting.
But no, that promoter, to be honest, likes me to come and test his boys. There's a few promoters that always, come on, give him a fight. Don't just tuck up because that's not benefiting them sometimes, you know, when the journeyman just tucks up. So this promoter says, go, give him a fight. So yeah, that's what we done.
Oh, very interesting that. So I remember a story that the legendary Peter Buckley said. He said his favourite promoter was I think Tommy Gilmore up in Glasgow. The reason being because he said he arranged a good night out afterwards.
Yeah, it's little perks like that. Yeah, what the promoters do for you and stuff. It's little perks that make it nice. And the journeyman corner and the change room of the journeymans is a lot different to the prospects. So the journeyman, we're all relaxed, man. We're all chilled. Where are you at next week? Where are you at next week? Oh, I'm there. I'll see you there. It's all chilled, man. We have a laugh.
Have you got a favourite promoter that you like to work with?
Steve Goodwin, that's my manager. That makes sense.
All right, good words for Steve.
Well, honestly, a lot of the promoters, loads of them, they know me, I know them, they always get me on. So shout out to all of them.
All right, so they're not all ruthless like Don King?
No, they're definitely not. They look after me, all the promoters look after me. I finally feel that like I'm kind of a household journeyman name now. So it's like, they look after me and I'm very appreciative of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's next? Who's next? Any big names on the horizon?
No big names at the moment. There's only 3 shows on in the whole of Britain on the 29th, which is next week, so I might not be on there, but I'm on the 6th and I'm on the 13th, so I got a week's rest, which I don't like, but I'll just have it.
All right. Well, even a 125 fight vet needs a rest now and again.
I hear you. I'll take one from now.
Oh, Jordan, it's been an absolute pleasure hearing your stories. I guess we'll be seeing you around for a long, long while.
100,000,000% I'm here to stay, 100%. Thank you for your interview and your time, appreciate it.
Much appreciated. Thanks for speaking to Punch Out Boxing.